For more than 4,000 years, the Great Pyramids have stood in silence, guardians of a science we still barely understand. They rise from the desert sands not just as monuments of a bygone era, but as timeless enigmas etched against the horizon. For centuries, we've been told a simple story that these were merely tombs for pharaohs, extravagant resting places for kings. But what if that's only part of the truth? What if their true purpose was something far more profound? Were they simply graves, or could they have been massive energy systems, designed with a mathematical perfection that challenges our modern understanding? As we look closer, the conventional narrative begins to crumble, revealing a far more complex and fascinating picture. The stones themselves seem to whisper of a forgotten science, a knowledge so advanced it almost feels alien. The ancient hieroglyphs that adorn the stone walls offer clues, but also deepen the puzzle. They speak of gods, rituals, and the afterlife. Yet they are silent on the one question that has baffled historians and engineers for generations. How were these structures actually built? Look at the sheer precision. We're not talking about rough-hewn blocks piled high. We're talking about millions of stones, some weighing up to 80 tons, quarried and transported from hundreds of miles away. Each block was cut, moved, and placed with millimeter accuracy, fitting so perfectly that not even a razor blade can slide between them. How could a civilization, supposedly equipped with only primitive copper tools and brute force, achieve a level of precision that even modern builders would find nearly impossible to replicate? The scale is staggering, the execution flawless. It's a feat of engineering that defies simple explanations and forces us to reconsider what we thought we knew about the ancient world. The mystery isn't just on the outside. Inside the Great Pyramid, a network of shafts and chambers adds another layer to the enigma. The so-called air shafts in the king's and queen's chambers, for example, don't actually point to the outside surface. For years, they were a puzzle. But recent analysis shows they align with incredible accuracy to specific stars like Thuban and Sirius. Were they for ventilation, or were they celestial conduits designed to guide the pharaoh's soul to the heavens? The more we analyze the internal structure, the more it seems to be a carefully calibrated instrument. The angles, the dimensions, the materials used, everything appears to have a purpose that goes far beyond simple architecture. Even today, with all our advanced technology, scientists are still finding new secrets hidden within the stones. Today, a new generation of explorers is peering into the pyramids. Not with torches and shovels, but with the tools of the 21st century. Scientists are using muon tomography, technique that utilizes cosmic rays, the same particles that shower down from space to scan the pyramid's interior like a giant X-ray. This non-invasive technology allows them to search for hidden voids and chambers without drilling a single hole. Ground-penetrating radar and thermal imaging are also revealing anomalies beneath the sand and within the walls. But here's the twist. Every new discovery, every secret chamber found, seems to deepen the mystery rather than solve it. Instead of finding treasure or tombs, we find more questions. These new spaces suggest a design that is far more complex than a simple burial structure. It feels like we are peeling back the layers of an onion, only to find a more intricate pattern with each layer we remove. So, if not just brute force, then how? This is where the theories become truly captivating. The mainstream view suggests massive ramps and an army of laborers, slowly dragging the stones into place over decades. Illustrations depict thousands of workers hauling blocks under the hot sun. It's a plausible, if daunting, scenario. But other, more radical ideas are gaining traction. Some researchers whisper about lost technologies, suggesting the ancient Egyptians had mastered principles of science we are only now beginning to rediscover. Could they have used sound and resonance to levitate the heavy stones? There are ancient accounts and acoustic studies of chambers inside the pyramid that suggest certain frequencies could create powerful physical effects. Others theorize about the use of magnetism or even more esoteric forms of energy to lighten the load and move the massive blocks with ease. These ideas may sound like science fiction, but given the evidence, can we afford to dismiss them entirely? One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for a higher science lies not in the stones, but in the stars. The layout of the 3 main pyramids at Gizeh with stunning precision, the 3 stars of Orion's belt. The size of each pyramid even corresponds to the brightness of its stellar counterpart. This is not a coincidence. This is celestial architecture on a grand scale. The ancient Egyptians were master astronomers. They tracked the movements of the sun, moon, and stars with an accuracy that would not be matched for thousands of years. They built their temples and tombs as reflections of the cosmos, believing that what happens above is mirrored below. The pyramid was a terrestrial map of the heavens, a sacred geometry designed to connect the earthly realm of the pharaoh with the divine realm of the gods. Their architects weren't just builders. They were sky watchers, mathematicians, and priests, weaving the patterns of the universe into their eternal monuments. To the ancient Egyptians, there was no division between science and spirituality. They were 2 sides of the same sacred coin. Physics and metaphysics were intertwined. The symbols of their gods, like Ra the sun god and Horus the sky god, were not just religious icons. They were representations of natural forces and cosmic principles. The pyramid, therefore, was the ultimate expression of this unified worldview. It was not just a structure, it was a machine. A resurrection machine for the king, a beacon of power, a place of initiation, and a bridge between the world of the living and the realm of the gods. The specific materials used, like the granite in the king's chamber and the limestone casing stones, were chosen for their unique, energetic properties. It was a holistic design, where every element from its geometric shape to its celestial alignment worked in harmony to fulfill a sacred, scientific purpose. As the sun sets over Cairo, the modern skyline of a bustling metropolis seems to merge with the timeless silhouette of the ancient ruins. 2 worlds, separated by millennia, existing side by side. The ancient genius of Egypt still speaks to us, not through words, but through stone, light, and geometry. It challenges our assumptions about the past and reminds us that there are forms of knowledge that can endure for ages, outlasting empires and ideologies. The pyramids stand as a silent testament to a civilization that reached an incredible peak of understanding, leaving behind a puzzle for all future generations to solve. Perhaps their greatest legacy is not the answer, but the question they inspire within us, the quest to understand our place in the cosmos and the enduring power of human potential. Knowledge never dies. It only waits to be rediscovered. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this exploration as fascinating as we do, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into the mysteries of the past. Stay curious